Okay, today I want to talk about over-delivering and underwhelming. Just recently we had a piece of chip glass in our front door entrance to the karate studio, and it needed to be replaced. Long story, people were cutting grass across the street and a rock flew over and hit our glass, and of course it needed to be replaced. So of course the glass company came out, they gave me an estimate, gave me a quote, and of course it sounded good to me. We needed to be fixed, so let's do it. The glass company showed up, and of course they had the new glass ready to go, and they said it would take about half an hour. So of course I didn't micromanage anyone, let them do their thing. Half an hour I came to take a look at the work, and the gentleman was there. It was two guys. The older gentleman said, what do you think? Does it look okay? I was like, perfect. Oh, it looks fantastic. And he said, I noticed your door was squeaking a little bit. So we went ahead and put some oil on the hinges. I said, oh, great. I said, I didn't really realize it was squeaking. He said, yeah, and he said, your latch on the top, the automatic closer for the door, wasn't functioning correctly. So we took that apart and drilled some holes. That way it closes all the way. I was like, whoa, that's great. I mean, I did notice it was a little loose, but I didn't really know quite how to fix it. And he said, yeah, the actual mechanism itself in the lock, it was loose. And when you put the key in, did you notice how this plate was a little loose? I said, yeah. He said, well, we took it apart and we fixed it. And I'm thinking, wow, this is great. I mean, you came to fix the glass, and of course he fixed the hinges and fixed the door closing mechanism and fixed the actual lock itself. He said, they're not a locksmith, they're a glass company. And he goes, you know what, I'm not going to even charge you for any of that. It's our pleasure, and we just wanted to overserve you and over-deliver. I said, wow, that's fantastic. I said, I'll tell you what I want to do for you. So I went in the back and I grabbed him a big box of our chocolates. I have some of those on hand just for little occasions like that. And I brought it out, and these guys were just blown away. Of course, they over-deliver for me, and I wanted to do a little something special for them. Now, you take that story, where everybody wins, and of course, we flip it around. Underwhelming. Recently, I had my martial arts uniform cleaned at our local dry cleaners. And of course, I've been taking my stuff there probably for at least 7 or 8 years. And on my last visit, we have what we call Master gi tops that we use only for testing. I only wear it about maybe 2 times every 2 months. And of course, I took it in, and I got my Master's gi top back, and it was a disaster. In fact, I want to show it to you, so let me go grab it real quick. Okay, here's the top right here, and this is what it looks like. Of course, it's branded with our logo and things, and it kind of goes on over top of our uniform. But this is what I saw on the back right here. So I'm going to show it to you right here. So apparently somebody trying to iron over top, and I'm not really 100% sure. They've cleaned this uniform top for me probably for about 6 years in some fashion. I mean, I always get a new one and rotate it in every 2 or 3 years. But it's all ruined here, and frankly, the uniform itself is not very pressed. It's not quite, I'm sure it's clean, but it's not pressed at all. Not what I would expect. Well, here was the kicker of the whole thing. See, on the uniform top, which I was charged for, by the way, to get cleaned, there was a little note, and the note says, customer note, sorry, this is the best that can be done. Now, if I'm cleaning a uniform, okay, and I ruin the uniform because I can't use this anymore. It actually says it says Rando in burnt letters right here. I'm not sure even how they did that. Maybe they folded it and steamed it or something. I would, 1, apologize. 2, certainly not charge somebody for it. And 3, never admit that that was my very best. So here's the takeaway. You always want to overwhelm people. You always want to over-deliver. You always want to go above and beyond for your clients. Because if you don't, you will create not raving fans. You'll create rabid fans. The ones that won't refer you, and of course, come onto a popular website or YouTube channel or social media site and say how bad your service was. Listen, this isn't the best that you can do. This isn't the best that I can do. And if you're paid to do something, you know what? Do it. But then over-deliver. Be a fire starter, not an energy sucker.